So, on my first day as President of the United States, my very first action would be to call my good friend Bibi Netanyahu. I said, Bibi, Bubby, come to America. I want to throw a state dinner in your honor. Your last state dinner. Because the second your foot touches ground in America, is going to be put into shackles and your ass is going to be shipped off to Guantanamo Bay until the International Criminal Court is ready to take you and try you and hang you for crimes against humanity, as should be done. Oh, and by the way, I've ordered the Pentagon to begin organizing an international flotilla to once and for all end the illegal blockade of Gaza. So, and that flotilla will be led by a U.S. aircraft carrier, ceremoniously named the USS Liberty. And they're not going to take the shit that the last USS Liberty took off Israel. So, we understand each other. Come to America. I have something special planned for you. Bibi, buddy, booby, come to America. And this is what any actual human being that was running for president would say. They would say, any human being, instead of a professional career politician, would say that cared about women and children and crimes being committed against women and children, as all these politicians try to act like they care about. If they genuinely cared, they would be saying something to this effect. They don't care. All they care about is getting elected. That's it. They could give a damn about women, children, you at all. All they care about, every single one that we see running for president. I haven't seen Vermin Supreme yet. I don't know if he's running. Every single person we see running for president in the mainstream media. It doesn't count Jill Stein. I don't know about Jill Stein. She seems kind of like a professional career politician too, though. But, every single one. They don't really give a damn about you. They don't really give a damn about women. They don't give a damn about children. What they care about is power. Otherwise, they'd be talking the way that I do. It's nice to see you for a minute. I'm going to come out here and make a bunch more videos because it's what I really want to do, is to talk to you. It's why I tried to start this mock campaign, presidential campaign, because then I could talk to you as a wannabe presidential candidate instead of some big fat wannabe journalist talking head. Because I think it's a little bit more, makes more sense to try and do it from a wannabe presidential candidate standpoint. So, thank you for everything. Thank you for your support. Thank you for not giving up on me, and I'm going to be here tomorrow, I hope, to make another video, because these things need to be said, and I don't see any presidential candidate saying anything like this. So, tomorrow we'll try and say something else a presidential candidate that actually cared about you and your children would be saying. Thank you. One of these days this war is going to end. Stay cool till that day.
A shocking new UN report says Gaza could become uninhabitable in less than 5 years. Officials say the wars with Israel and the 8-year economic blockade have left the nearly 2 million people living in the small Palestinian enclave destitute. Scott Heidler is in West Jerusalem with the latest.
The conditions are so severe in the Gaza Strip, says the United Nations, if they are not reversed, the territory could be uninhabitable by 2020. A collapse of economy and society. The Israeli war last summer destroyed huge areas of Gaza. 500,000 people were displaced, more than 20,000 houses were destroyed. But a report by the UN Conference on Trade and Development points beyond this destruction for Gaza's dire situation.
The international community need to act accordingly. They need to understand that Gaza is about to collapse, and they need to put more pressure on Israel to remove the siege, open the border, encourage the Palestinian reconciliation, and accelerate the process of reconstruction of Gaza.
8 years of economic sanctions and 3 Israeli conflicts since 2009 have meant that Gaza has not been able to rebuild, nor allowed it to develop its economy. Unemployment was at 44% last year, the highest on record. Like Musad Bakr, an unemployed fisherman, he has 8 children.
8 years without work, our and the future of our children are lost. When I listen to others, I feel so sorry that most of our people are suffering and complaining.
The report calls it a condition of de-development. It's more than just a halt of development in Gaza. The situation is sliding backward. The UN says if the economic blockade is not lifted, money from donors will continue to be critical. But it won't stop Gaza's economic reversal. Scott Heidler, Al Jazeera, West Jerusalem.
This is what I think has been the hardest on me is over my career here on YouTube as a journalist. Over the last 10 years, having to watch Israel every election cycle go and decimate, go and murder women and children in Gaza. I mean, there was a point during this last time, where I was just like, I wanted to come out here and I wanted to apologize to the Palestinian people. I wanted to apologize to the women and children and all the people in Gaza and all the Palestinians, because I really wanted to. I really wanted to make a difference. Really wanted to somehow see it stop. It's just not right. You go and prove what big men you are during the election cycle, how brave, what great warriors you are by killing women and children, by telling women and children, hey, we're going to bomb your neighborhood, so you need to go to this shelter where you'll be safe, and then they bomb the shelter. And then when the ambulances rush in to rescue the women and children, they bomb the ambulances. And then when the ambulances finally are able to get some of the survivors to the hospitals, they bomb the hospitals. War crime, war crime, war crime. I really thought I could make a difference, and I'm so sorry to the Palestinian people. I haven't been able to do more. If I could, I so would. And I'm so sorry for my piece of shit government that rearms Israel in the middle of killing women and children, bombing hospitals, committing war crimes. I'm so sorry. We have such fucking psychopaths in the White House. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I can't do more to make it stop. I really want it to stop. I'm sorry. If I was president, I'd make it stop. I guarantee I would make it stop. It would be worth it, whatever the cost. That would truly be showing humanitarian care. That would truly be using our military might for humanity, for the good of humanity, to stop the fucking cunts in Israel from bombing, murdering women and children once and for all. But unfortunately, the psychopaths in the White House would rather rearm Israel in the middle of murdering women and children instead of stopping them, instead of even speaking out for 1 second against them. You all deserve to go to prison. And if I had any way to make it happen, I would, to protect women and children around the world. Because Obama, you're just as bad as Netanyahu. And that's really hard to believe. And it leaves just a horrible taste in my mouth. Hopefully, one of these days this war is going to end. hopefully, I hope we get to see that. It'll be really good. And hopefully it doesn't mean the extinction of the Palestinian people. Because you Israelis are committing another Holocaust. Just like the psychopath in the White House is. Thank you. I'll try and be more upbeat in my next video.
I'm the leading state sponsor of terrorism.